you've stressed the importance of keeping a hold of the log. Completely agree. But especially in a cloud context, storing logs costs money. How long do I store logs for?
Oh my gosh, this is such an important question that I don't know that I can give the answer to accurately. Because like if you're in a startup or like if you're doing big data analysis, yeah. Okay, so I would say security alerts perhaps could be kept longer than non-security alerts, if that makes sense, or logging. So when
And then
you
where
write,
am I putting them in your mind? Do I leave them up in my cloud environment somewhere, or do I export them off site to a SIM like you were talking about?
oh, so ideally the SIM would be in the cloud too.
Okay.
So like the SIM software ideally would be in the cloud and it feeds into them and then it creates the alerts. But
That's interesting architecturally, because I can make an argument for it the other way too. But yeah, okay.
to have it
You like
off,
to have it off site, right? Yeah. But if you're trying to go all cloud, you really want it in the cloud, and you want it close to your events and and all that stuff. So I can see it either way. Anyway, okay.
you definitely need to protect that system and especially the access. I would say, so for logs, yes, it costs a fortune. After a certain point, taking them offline and like putting them somewhere else where it costs less money to hold them sounds like a good idea. As for how long you keep the logs, there's a lot of laws around that. So it depends on, so I'm a huge fan of classifying your data and labeling it. And depending upon what is being logged on, so like some tools are very verbose. When you're writing custom apps, it does not need to be verbose. You don't need to log very much. Like you can log every single interaction that happens if you want to, but usually businesses are like, I don't want to pay for that, Tanya. I don't care what happens in your calendar app, right? And so instead, I would bare minimum just log the security alerts. Like,
right, so you could tag that. So your every single transaction that goes through my calendar, every event that gets added, that could get logged somewhere, but you could tag that as application data that could expire after 14 days or something.
yeah.
And then security related, maybe authentication events, you would tag that separately with something that would be retained for longer. Is that kind of what you're thinking?
That is what I dream of, yes. What I see happening is very different. When I did custom apps, almost every single client was like, oh, I don't want to pay for that. And so we would just log security things. And I also worked as a developer where I figured out that we were logging security things into an email box that no one was checking. I'm like, maybe we should send this to the security team. And the security team was like, this is so annoying. We don't want this. And I was like, why are we logging if no one is viewing these logs? Why are we sending alert emails to an email box no one is checking?